माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम। जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे। जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद। जय श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण की, समागत वैष्णव मंडली की, अभय नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की, भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर की, भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की, गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की, समागत वैष्णव मंडली की। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज, ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द ऑल ग्लोरीज। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। पादौ यदीयौ प्रथमो द्वितीयौ तृतीयतुर्यौ कथितौ यदूरु नाभिस्तथा पञ्चम एव षष्ठो भुजान्तरं दौर्युगलं तथान्यो कण्ठस्तु राजन्नवमो यदीयो मुखारविन्दं दशमः प्रफुल्यम् एकादशो यस्य ललाटपट्टं शिरोऽपि तु द्वादश एव भाति तमादिदेवं करुणानिधानं तमालवर्णं सुहितावतारम् अपार संसार समुद्रसेतुं भजामहे भागवतः स्वरूपं। यो अंतः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां संजीवयत्य अखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणस्त्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। हरे कृष्णा। 10th canto, 47th chapter, And the sloka verse is 15. भ्रमर गीत मालती छंद। दिवि भुवि च रसायाम कः स्त्रियद्दुरापाः कपट-रुचिर-हासा-बृ-वि-जृम्भस्य यासु चरणरज उपास्ते यस्य भूतिर्वयं का अपि च कृपाण-pakṣe उttamaḥ-śloka-śabdaḥ दिवि भुवि च rasāyāṁ कः striyas tad-durāpāḥ kapaṭa-rucira-hāsa-bhrū-vijṛmbhasya yasya चरणरज upāste yasya bhūtir vayaṁ का अपि च कृपाṇa-pakṣe uttamaḥ-śloka-śabdaḥ दिवि भुवि च rasāyāṁ कः striyas tad-durāpāḥ kapaṭa-rucira-hāsa-bhrū-vijṛmbhasya yasya चरणरज upāste यस्य भूतिर्वयं का अपि च कृपाṇa-pakṣe uttamaḥ-śloka-śabdaḥ Yeah, you can recite. दिवि भुवि च rasāyāṁ का striyas tad-durāpāḥ कपट-रुचिर-hāsa-bhrū-vijṛmbhasya yasya चरणरज upāste यस्य bhūtir-vayam का अपि च कृपाṇa-pakṣe uttamaḥ-śloka-śabdaḥ दिवि भुवि च rasāyāṁ का striyas tad-durāpāḥ kapaṭa-rucira-hāsa-bhrū-vijṛmbhasya yasya चरणरज upāste यस्य bhūtir-vayam का अपि च कृपाṇa-pakṣe uttamaḥ-śloka-śabdaḥ Mataji दिवि भुवि च rasāyāṁ का striyad-durāpāḥ kapaṭa-rucira-hāsa-bhrū-vijṛmbhasya yasya चरणरज upāste यस्य bhūtir-vayam का अपि च कृपाṇa-pakṣe uttamaḥ-śloka-śabdaḥ दिवि भुवि च rasāyāṁ का striyas tad-durāpāḥ kapaṭa-rucira-hāsa-bhrū-vijṛmbhasya yasya चरणरज upāste यस्य bhūtir-vayam का अपि च कृपाṇa-pakṣe uttamaḥ-śloka-śabdaḥ divi in the heavenly region bhuvi on the earth cha and rasāyāṁ in the subterranean sphere kah what striyah women by him, durāpāḥ, unobtainable, kapaṭa, deceptive, rucira, charming, hāsa, with smiles, bhrū, of whose eyebrows, vrijṛmbhasya, the arching, yah, who, syuḥ, become, caraṇa, of the feet, rajaḥ, the dust, upāste, worships, yasya, whose, bhūtiḥ, the goddess of fortune, wife of Lord Nārāyaṇa, vayam, we, ka, who, apicha, nevertheless, kṛpaṇa-pakṣe, for those who are wretched. He, indeed, uttamaḥ-śloka, the Supreme Lord, who is glorified by the most sublime prayers, śabdaḥ, the name. Translation by His Divine Grace, Caraṇa-raja Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki. In heaven, on earth, or in the subterranean sphere, what women are unavailable to him? He simply arches his eyebrows and smiles with deceptive charm, and they all become his. The Supreme Goddess herself worships the dust of his feet. So what is our position in comparison? But at least those who are wretched can chant his name, uttamaḥ-śloka. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti states that Radharani's speech expressing all the feelings of a disappointed lover indicates an intensity of love for Sri Krishna surpassing even that of the goddess of fortune. While all the gopis are perfectly compatible with Sri Krishna in terms of their beauty, temperament, and so on, Srimati Radharani is especially so. In her forlorn state, Radharani indicates to Krishna, you are called uttamaḥ-śloka because you are merciful to the wretched and fallen. But if you would be merciful to me, then you would actually deserve this exalted name. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti further points out that in this verse, Srimati Radharani expresses her spite born of pride, accuses Krishna of being a cheater, and finds fault with his behavior. Thus, the verse contains speech known as ujjalpa, as described in the following verse of the Ujjvala Nilmani, 14:188. Hare kuhatakyanam garva garbhiter shaya sasuyas chatad akshepo dhireir ujjalpa iryate. The declaration of Lord Hari's duplicitous nature in a mood of spite born of pride, together with jealousy, spoken insults directed against him, has been termed ujjalpa by the wise. So first of all, I would like to offer my gratitudes to His Grace Panchagauda Prabhu and all present senior Vaishnavas, and especially to His Grace Dharmatma Prabhu, who gave me this chance. This is my first class in English. I mostly speak in Hindi. So, Krishna sent Uddhava to Vrindavan to convey the message as well as to give some relief, some consolation to Nanda Maharaj and the gopis, which were in separation of Krishna. They were totally broken. So Uddhava came. When he entered, it was already in the evening time. The cows were coming back to home. The entire sky was dusty. The cups were jumping here and there, and the cows were returning back with full of milk bags. And Vraja was decorated with incense and lamps. It was a very transcendental view. So Uddhava came. It was late. Nanda Maharaj received him, gave him a warm welcome, a good feast, and then asked. He was hesitating. He was very eager to ask about his children, but he was hesitant. So he first asked his well-being. How are you? And how is everything going on there? How is your health and everything? Then he said that everything is okay with Vasudev and his two children. They're fine. They're keeping well. Do they ever miss Gokul, Govardhan? The past times he did. He saved us many times from the forest fire, rain, storm. Does he remember all those stories? So it was in the mode of separation. Nanda Maharaj was missing so much. So that night, Uddhava stayed at his house, took rest, and in the morning he got prepared and went out. He heard that from the early morning, Brahma Muhurta, the gopis were churning milk, and they were chanting some Vraja Geet, and he was hearing, and he was enchanted. Then he came out. The sunlight came by the time, and the gopis saw that a person looks exactly lotus-eyed, looks exactly like Krishna, having a pitambar, and his mood is also exactly like Krishna. So the first thought that this is Krishna. So they went, all these gopis, they encircled him, and then took him to a secluded place. And as soon they got to know that Krishna has sent him as a messenger, they could not tolerate the separation anymore. Their eyes were welled up with tears. Then at that time, one bumblebee came, and it was going all around. So the gopis, they thought, because they were in utter separation, so they thought that this must be the messenger of Krishna. It's black also. So anything black is Krishna. This is called Uddipan Bhav. In Bhav, it's been categorized in 5 divisions: Bhav, Vibhav, Anubhav, Uddipan, Sanchari. So, which instigates the dormant mood is called Uddipana Bhava. So, as soon the gopis, because they are so much engrossed into the thought of Lord Krishna that anything black comes on their way, they think, oh, this is Krishna. So here, Rupa Goswami, in his verse from Ujjvala Nilmani, which is one of the exalted book of Sahitya, of Shringar Rasa or Sahitya. Every sampradaya has their own books, like for grammar. In our sampradaya, for grammar, there is Harinamamrita Vyakaranam. For Sahitya, Ujjala Nilmani. So whatever is there in Sahitya Darpan, it's a replica of it, but it is written by Srila Rupa Goswami in a devotional way. So in that book, he is saying, Hare Kuhatakhyanam. Kuhaka. Kuhaka means kapata, deceptive, deception. So Hare Kuhatakhyanam, what is going on in this Brahmar Git is a Kuhatakhyanam. It's a description of the deceitful character. So Krishna is known as Ascharya Karma, but the gopis use the word Kuhaka Karma. This is the most kapata, most biggest hypocrite. This is the feeling. And this kind of feeling, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad, in his commentary, he is saying that this is Shatru Bhava Vivarjita. There is no animosity. This asuya, this rivalry or intolerance is because Krishna is in Mathura, divi bhuvi rasāyāṁ. You see in this sloka, divi bhuvi rasāyāṁ tad-durāpāḥ. For him, no woman is unobtainable. He will just arch his eyebrows, do some body languages, and any lady will fall in love to him, irrespective she is married or unmarried. Divi bhuvi rasāyāṁ, whether he goes to the Swarga Loka, where he is in Martya Loka, or he is in the subterranean planets like Rasatala. So this is an exalted form of Shringar Rasa. First bhav, then vibhav. Bhav, when someone sees somebody and then gets attracted. Vibhav, then they starts meditating upon them, sitting alone like what gopis does all the day. Anubhav, then he starts thinking about the intricate details of that person. Oh, the earrings were like that, the eyes were like that, the uttari was like that, or for a woman the makeup was like that and the sari was like that. So, anubhav. Then uddipan, anything, anybody comes, they think, oh, it's Krishna, oh, it's my lover. So this is uddipan. Mahaprabhu, if you see in Chaitanya Charitamrita, he came to Vrindavan, but he did not stay here much. He spent most of his pastimes in Purushottam Dham, Jagannath Puri. Because this Vrindavan Dham is Krishnoddipak. He sees anything, he thinks, oh, this is Krishna, Krishna, and then he starts jumping upon it. Like in Nilachal, looking at the ocean, he was jumping, oh, Krishna, 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 dark, blue or black, anything. So Krishnodipaka Vastu, and he himself God. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is God. Lord himself appeared in the form of a devotee. So if he gets the mood of a god, then it's difficult to follow his pastimes. So he mostly stayed away. Also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not permit much of his followers, except the Sad Goswamis, to go and stay at Vrindavan Dham. When Swarup Damodar was the incarnation of Satyabhama. So it's a Dwaraka mood, worshipping Krishna as Dwarakadhish, as the king. So Swarup Damodar wanted to come to Vrindavan, and Sanatan Goswami was here. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, okay, you go and meet with him. But he gave two instructions. Vrindavane jaiyo na koriyo vas, Govardhane chadiya na dekhiyo Gopal. You go to Vrindavan, but don't stay back. 3 days, 4 days is enough. And if you climb up, and you will see that the local Brajvasis, they are playing on top of the Govardhan. There is a Gopal temple. They go climb up, they play there, they offer. But if you think, okay, I am also excited when I came so far, so I should also see Gopal, you don't do that. Haridasa Varya. So Lord himself in the form of Giriraj Govardhan. So our concept is different, and you cannot imitate the Vrajavasis. So these gopis, whatever they are doing out of separation, these gopis, first of all, are not material being like us. Kuhatakyanam, this is one of the topmost subtle rasa of Shringar rasa. Kuhatakyanam, a satire out of convulsion. He is so deceitful. He is so deceitful that wherever he goes, he is a womanizer. Wherever he goes, he will, with his body language, with his arching of his eyes and everything, he will definitely get some woman. And who are we? Divi bhuvi rasāyāṁ tad-durāpāḥ. There is no woman in this entire planetary system which is unobtainable by you. Kapaṭa-rucira-hāsa-bhrū-vijṛmbhasya. He will just give a smile, a side glance, or arching his eyebrows, and any woman will fall in love with him. Caraṇa-raja upāste yasya bhūtir vayaṁ ka. Who are we? Vayaṁ ka. The gopis are saying, who are we? When the goddess Lakshmi himself worshipping the lotus feet of Nārāyaṇa. So Lakshmi is such a character that even the asuras also want. Nobody dishonor Lakshmi. Everybody wants Lakshmi. So that Lakshmi, who is worshipped by the entire planetary system, everybody, asuras, daityas, rakshasas, yakshas, kinnaras, gandharvas, everybody worships Lakshmi Devi. That Lakshmi Devi, caraṇa-raja upāste, is serving the lotus feet of you. Vayam ka, we are villagers, we are mere villagers, cowherd ladies. We don't have any shringar, we don't look beautiful, we are not much educated. Our manners are very country manners. So definitely you won't like us. This is out of topmost separation from the Lord. Apicha kṛpaṇa-pakṣe uttamaḥ-śloka-śabdaḥ. Then the gopis are saying, Lord is named as uttamaḥ-śloka. There are two meanings of this word. Uttamaḥ-śloka. Uttamaihi ślokaihi giyate iti uttamaḥ-śloka. Who is glorified by topmost kind of shlokas is uttamaḥ-śloka. And shloka also means kirti, like some amazing deeds. And uttama means topmost. So someone who has done some magnanimous deeds is also called uttamaḥ-śloka, generous. So now the gopis are saying, apicha kṛpaṇa-pakṣe uttamaḥ-śloka-śabdaḥ. In Mathura also you have many women definitely following you. But if a rich king gives half of his kingdom to his rich prince, will that be called a generosity? That will not be. There are two kings' friends, and one king gives half of his kingdom to the other king. Will that be called generosity? No. But if the same king gives a small part of land to a very poor person of that society, that is generosity. So that's what I is saying, that this name will be rightful. It will be appropriate for you. Uttamaḥ-śloka, name will be appropriate for you if you bestow mercy upon the non-deserving like us. We actually don't deserve your love. We are, village woman. We have no beautification. And so I know that you cheated with us. You did maharas and all these pastimes. But actually, you have so many great ladies after you. So why will you remember me? Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad in the shloka giving another mood is that the gopis, they think that Krishna is the son of Nanda Maharaj. So in Maharas also they use this term Yadupati. Yadunandana Yadupati. And so Krishna is a Kshatriya and we are Vaishyas, Ahir. We call here Ahir. Those who sell milk and Ahir. So they are Vaishyas. So then out of too much deepest hankering and longing, they are saying that don't think that because we are Vaishya and you are a Kshatriya, we won't accept you. We will accept you. This is what the gopis are saying to the Brahmar, that if you are thinking, okay, even if I fall in love, what is the use? They are from a different caste, I am from a different caste, so it's not going to mature as marriage or in a relation, proper relation. Don't think like that. We are ready for that also. This is Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad telling in his Tika. So, apicha kṛpaṇa-pakṣe uttamaḥ-śloka-śabdaḥ. The title uttamaḥ-śloka is only appropriate if you bestow your mercy upon someone who is non-deserving. If you give it to a samartha, a deserving candidate, then there is no generosity. But if you give to somebody who is disqualified, who is non-qualified, then that is called generosity, and we are that. You see in the introductory glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam, when Bhakti Devi is sitting with his two children, Jnana and Vairagya, and Narada Rishi was passing by, then Narada Rishi asked, who are you? Bhakti Devi called him, Bho sadhu kshanam tista machintam api nashaya. She knew, she is Bhakti Devi, that this sadhu seems to be very exalted. And machintam api nashaya, please alleviate my depression and whatever anxiety is there. So please come here. So then he found out, Narada Rishi, that this is bhakti. Then Narada Rishi is saying, Tvaya hutastu bhagavan yati nicha griheswapi. When Lord is called by you, that means someone calls you with deep reverence, with bhakti, you go even to the house of Nicha, very fallen, sinful. There is another sloka in Bhagavatam, Aho vato shapachato gariyan jajju hagre vartate namatubhyam. Swapacha, a chandala, a dog eater, is also more glorious than a brahmana. Jajju hagre vartate namatubhyam, on whose tip of tongue your holy names are constantly dancing. So that's what Narada Rishi is saying. You are here and this is your condition. How come? Tvaya hutastu bhagavan yati nicha griheswapi. The Lord goes to the houses of a very sinner of all sin, Chandala, whom the society even does not accept. You go there also. So, this I am saying because what gopis are telling, kṛpaṇa-pakṣe uttamaḥ-śloka. Your title, uttamaḥ-śloka, is appropriate if you bestow mercy upon the kripanas, who are non-deserving. Ambarish Durvasa conversation, when all of a sudden Durvasa came, and Ambarish saying, Mahad vichalanam nirnam grihinam dina chetasam nishreyasaya kalpate bhagavan na anyatha kalpate kvachit. So, O Bhagavan, saintly personalities like you, when they visit anybody's house, it's because grihinam dina chetasam. The grihis, the householders, they are dina chetas. They are bereft of all pious deeds. They don't go to the temple and worship, and the common person. So when a saintly person comes to our house, it's not for their benefaction, for their benefit. They come to our house to bestow mercy, causeless mercy upon us. We are anadhikaris. So you came, saintly devotees like you, come to our house, grihinam dina chetasam. Grihinam, a householder like me, who are dina chetas, completely, whose consciousness is totally engulfed by Maya, who is only thinking about material benefit. Such kind of low conscious grihasthis, when you people visit and bestow your causeless mercy, this is the best thing can happen. So this word, kṛpaṇa-pakṣe uttamaḥ-śloka-śabdaḥ, this is what this Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad is saying. Now let's see what Rupa Goswami is saying. Rupa Goswami titled this Brahmar Gita as Kuhatakhyanam. Kuhakatakhyanam. It's an akhyan, description about the deceitful character. And it's a satire. The gopis are saying, not out of any enmity towards Krishna. So, you are a womanizer, wherever you go, you get a woman. So all these things, this kind of audacity only gopis has. because they have nothing else in their mind apart from Krishna. And hearing these pastimes, see, Hare Kuhatakhyanam, what Rupa Goswami says, Hare Kuhatakhyanam, what I explained, Garbha Garbhiter Shaya, Irsha, jealousy, mild jealousy. It's not like material jealousy, it's like mild jealousy, which happens, Rupa Goswami says in Ujjwala Nilmani, the lover is attracted to her beloved, and then this bhav, vibhav, anubhav is surpassed. Then they had a meeting, like they spend time in seclusion and intimately. That is called abhisarika. This word has been used, abhisarika. The gopis or the lover who goes with their partner in seclusion. So that kind of pastimes has already been performed. Now, after doing the Maharaj, Krishna disappeared, he had to go, and he went and then he studied. Vasudev sent him to Garga Muni and did the Janeyu, sacred third ceremony. After that, sent him to Sandipani school. And then he studied in 64 days, 64 subjects. After performing all those things, then he retrieved the dead son of Sandipani Muni. He asked, what reward you want? And then he asked and retrieved his son. And all these pastimes happened and he was not present. So gopis were utterly missing him. They could not tolerate this separation. Garva garbhiter shaya. So you are proud that you are very handsome and you have so many qualities. Just by flickering of your eyes, anybody falls in love to you. So garbha garbhita. Garbha means So there is an inherent pride in your inside you. And the gopis are proud that we love Krishna. So from either side, there is a pride, dormant pride. Sasuya-cha tad-akshepo. So when they're in deep love, when you are in love, proper love with someone, and then that person leaves you, then what happens? During that separation, this kind of irsha, like jealousy, comes. Oh, what if he talks to some other lady who are more beautiful than me? Or if any other lady tries to fall in love with him because he is so handsome. So this kind of jealousy, mild jealousy, that is called garbhita irsha. This kind of, and the gopis are saying it loudly. You know, you are this, you are that, and I know what you will do. And because we are gopis and we stay at a village, so you don't care about us. You make us fall in love and then you left. All these kind of words, only gopis has the authority to say this. And this kind of pralap, saying it loudly and more exaggerating. You know, you are this and you are that. This is called ujjalpa. This is what Rupa Goswami is saying. Dhireir ujjalpa iriyate. It is being named as ujjalpa by the dhirei, by the panditas, by the scholars or the poets. This kind of conversation is titled as ujjalpa. Now, if we look into, after the Maharaj was finished, the Maharaj was over, then there are two shlokas which are very important. The 10th canto is the Ashraya. Every Mahapurana has Dasha Lakshanas, 10 symptoms. Atra Sarga Visargo, Uti, Manvantar, Sthan, Ishanukatha, Mukti, Ashraya, Nirodh. So these are the 10 symptoms of Mahapuran. That's why this Bhagavat is called Mahapuran. Vishnu Puran, Shiva Puran, but this is Bhagavat Mahapuran. So Mahapuran consists of 10 qualities. So there in 2nd canto, sloka number 2nd, 8, something like that. So there it's written that Dashamasya ashrayartham navanam iha lakshanam. All these 9 Sthan, Uti, Manvantar, these are basically talking about attachment and detachment. To discern the real from the unreal. Atma and Anatma Vastu. Atma and Jada. These are mostly talking about these things. Vyapya and Vyapaka. So, all the purpose of these 9 limbs of Srimad Bhagavatam, 9 symptoms, lakshanas, is for ashraya, taking complete resource unto the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. And that is depicted in 10th canto. But our senses are not so perfect. So naturally when you hear this kind of transcendental, loving, intimate pastimes, we think because of our imperfect senses with regard to material relations. But this is transcendental relationship. That's why after the Maharaj, there are 2 important slokas. Ten 33 and 30 sloka sankhya. Dharmaha vyatikramo drishtva ishwaranam cha sahasam teji esham na doshaya vahne sarva bhujo yatha. Dharmaha vyatikramo drishta. Vyatikram means surpassing the boundary lines of dharma. The dharma does not allow you to do Maharaj. If you see, this is the question of Parikshit Maharaj, that Krishna said that Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge, I will appear and I will incarnate myself for the establishment of Dharma. And what are these paradara bhimarshan? Going with unmarried and married women on the bank of Yamuna and doing Maharaj. So this is what God does? So actually Parikshit doesn't have this question. He's asking on behalf of us, for the conditional living entity like us. So, this Maharaj, after this Maharaj, hearing this, many common people like us will think that, come on, this Lord is doing this kind of vyabhichar and parakiya. What kind of bhagavatta is this? So that this kind of question does not arise in our mind, he's saying, Dharmaha vyatikramo drishtva ishwaranam cha sahasam. Only Ishwara, the Lord, and the associates of Lord, very exalted saintly persons like Kashyap Rishi, Atri, Angira, Garga, Bhrigu. Bhrigu Rishi kicked on the chest of Nārāyaṇa. We cannot imitate that. So dharmaha vyatikramo drishtva. Why? Because these exalted devotees, they perform like Aditi did Payovrata from the Pratipada of Falgun till Dwadashi. She did Payovrata. And they do many austerities and rituals not for any material gain. What we do, okay, let's do a parikrama so that this desire gets fulfilled. So they don't do these things for material fulfillment. And neither they need to do. Like we normal humans, we do Om Namo Bhagavate Nārāyaṇāya Swaha Idam Nārāyaṇa Idam Mama, so that Nārāyaṇa gets pleased and I get Swarga Loka. So Ashwamedha, Gomedha and all these yajnas we do for getting the higher planetary systems. But does this Bhrigu, Kashyap, Garga, do they need to perform any rituals to get higher lokas? They don't need. Saubhari Rishi saw the fishes are mating and he got agitated, then he married the 60,000 daughters of Prajapati. So do you think, what is this? But this is Ishwaranam cha sahasam. The Lord can do this and his dearmost devotees, his associates, they can perform such, and there is no papa or punya. This is what is explained in this sloka. It's not applicable for them. Why? Then the next line says, Tejiyesham na doshaya. Tejiyan means who has the capacity to extinguish all sins, which we normal human beings don't have. Vishwamitra Menaka, then Saubhari Rishi, and then he got detached totally. Kardam Rishi married, and then he got detached. So this is not an ordinary. Look at Kashyap Rishi. He has the largest, like Kashyap is a very, very distinct character. There is a Shastra called Nirukta Shastra. The author is Yaska. Nirukta is a part of the sixth limb. Out of 6 limbs of Vedanga, Nirukta is one of part. Vedanga, Jyotish, Vyakaran, Brahman, all these parts. So out of that, Nirukta is written by Yask. He is saying, Kashyapa iti pashyakaha. He is just a beholder. Imagine, Diti and Aditi, the demons and the demigods are his children, Kashyapa Dayadaha, and they are fighting. And one is defeating another and taking up the Swarga, the other is killing them and throwing them out. And what is he doing? He is entranced in deep meditation. After some time he opened his eyes, he came back. He said, Aditi, why are you like so sad? What happened to you? And that's Trikalagya. So he is totally unperturbed by what is happening. Imagine that. It's totally unperturbed. And he's asking, did any Brahmana or any guest went without any water? Feru Raja Grihopama, and he is advising also, if anybody comes to your doorstep and goes even without asking water, then that house is equivalent to the cave of a jackal. So he is talking about all this Vedanta. He is not perturbed at all. Then Aditi asked, she has also a little bit, such an exalted husband. So how she can ask immediately? She took some time, and then after question answer, Kashyap Rishi came to that point that, are your children okay? As soon he said, yes, no, they are not okay. There is a big fight, and my children, the demigods has been thrown out, and Bali has captured, and you should do something because you were such a knowledgeable of dharma. So this an ordinary person cannot do. Krishna, what is the purpose of the Vedas and all the scriptures? To know Krishna. And Krishna is doing a pastime. He is going to Sandipani Muni's ashram to study. Does he need to study anything? He's taking a spiritual master. So later on we will blame, Lord himself did not take a guru, so why should we take a guru? This is our fault-finding tendency, so that should not be there. All the children should go to Gurukula and study everything very properly. So, Tejiyesham na doshaya vahne sarva bhujo yatha. The Tejiyan who are capable, they don't have any dosha. Parashar Matsya Gandha. And what is the outcome? Vyasadeva. So, Tejiyesham na doshaya, vahne, they have given the example of vahni. Vahni means fire. So, when we do any yajna, Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya Swaha Idam Narasimhaya Idam Mama, we worship, and that fire, whatever you offer to that fire, that goes to that respective Lord. Whatever Ganesh Kartik, whatever you are doing, or Ashwamedha or Shatak, whatever yajna you are doing. In Purusha Sukta it says, Mukhad Agni Rajayata, fire is my mouth. And Brahmanas. So feeding the Brahmanas or doing fire sacrifice, both going directly to the Lord. So the same fire, if it catches fire to that thatched roof under which that mandapam where you are doing the yajna, will anybody blame the fire? Will anybody blame? Oh, look at this fire. Nobody will blame the fire. Rather, they will blame the Yajman, the sponsorer, or the Brahmana. You did not make proper arrangement, that's why everything caught fire. So same, so you offered, give some ahuti to the fire, or you pour some impure things. You see many people collect, accumulate garbage and then set on fire. Does fire ever complain about it? So Kashyapa Rishi is not giving any particular instruction, okay, this is the shortcut you do so that your son will get back. First he said about the Vedanta, what is Atma, what is Anatma, what is real and what is unreal. After that, when she was not pacified, then he advised about Payovrata. So this is the strength of the Lord and His devotees. So this sloka is given for us so that we don't develop any kind of confusion towards these immaterial pastimes of the Lord. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Anyone has any question or something? Yes, definitely. I agree. So thank you very much to all of you for giving me this beautiful opportunity, and thank you, Dharmatma Prabhu, especially. Hare Krishna.